let's start with the rules. And the rules have to do with the information right here. I'm going to just visualize this. Okay, let's start with rule number 1. Rule says here we have this information. Usually, that's the first rule. Usually, use no article before cities and countries. For example, Madrid is in Spain. And right here on the text we have Los Angeles. Los Angeles is a city. So if you see, for example, on a text, any city, any country, articles are not necessary. No articles. So the text start with validated record in Los Angeles. So if you write something like in Los Angeles or Los Angeles, that would be correct. So that's the first idea about this. No articles following nouns, following cities and countries. No articles are in it. Now, on number 2, we see this information by blank. And right here says use no articles in some phrases. Okay, in some phrases, especially phrases with the preposition by. Right here is the preposition by. Over here we see the preposition by. Okay, that's one of the clues. Now, articles are used in this case. So they went by plane. So by a plane, by the plane, that would be incorrect. All expressions like at work, for example, so they went at work. You cannot use articles in this case. You cannot say they went at the work. That's at work. That's the preposition already connected to the noun. Holiday, for example, is also just information that you are just understanding that these expressions, some phrases, remember, some phrases, okay, are no used with no articles. There's no articles. These are just expressions. Number 3, we see a word here. You can see number 3 right here. It's the city center. It says usually use the article that, in this case, article that, before nouns, okay, we have to just underline this word, before nouns when there's only one. Okay, the use of only one. Okay, the use of only one. What do you understand by this information? Only one. Only one is just one thing in the world, one thing in your country, one thing in your city, one thing about something. So you don't see two different things. You cannot just use the article that to mention that the existence of two different things are possible. So when you see only one thing in the world, or in any case, any situation, you have to use the article that. For example, the satellite movement is only one, or the Eiffel Tower is only one. And right here, on number 3, we see the city center. The city center, for example, is only one in one particular city, one particular place. You understand that the city center is only one in the capital of any city or any place. So the city center is considered only one, where you can just see businesses or some other entertainment restaurants or something. And you can only see all this in one particular place. So the expression city center is considered only one place. Now, then we have the article for example. It says, usually use article ON before countable singular nouns. Countable all singular nouns. And right here on the text we see the noun week. So week is a singular noun. Okay, it's a singular noun. And so if this is the case, you got to use article of. So before singular nouns, you got to use the article the. Alright, so that's it. A book, a pencil, a book. Alright, number 5, we have the article that is the same as number 3. The Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is only one in the world. It's only one in the world. So number 5 and number 3 are the same. They are just talking about only one thing of existence. Only one thing in the world, only one thing in one particular place. So the Grand Canyon is a touristical place in the United States. It's only one thing that you can see in one particular place. It's a tourist attraction. It's only once in the world. Now, on number 6 is where. So let's check the rule of number 6. Okay. Use article that in some phrases. There are some phrases, okay? So right here, for example, we see article that between the word morning on this expression right, oh metro. Okay, so we see prepositions, and the prepositions in these cases are just like that, are just connected to this expression. But between the preposition and the noun, we have to adjust the article that in the morning, on the right, on the metro. So there are some phrases like this. So there is no rule for this. This is just something that you need to memorize. It has been just established like this. So there's no rule. It has been done like this or since grammar existed. So this is something that you need to memorize. Use article that in some phrases. That's about memory. So like, for example, on the way, that's expression. On the way, if you understand this expression, or you translate this expression in Spanish, it will be en el camino, right? The Grand Canyon on the way. I stopped in the Grand Canyon on the way. I stopped on the Grand Canyon en el transcurso del camino. That's the idea of on the way. Now, number 7, we have the use of this expression, best. Okay. Now, there is also right here on number 7, in which it says use article that with superlatives. Superlatives. Okay, the use of superlatives. And over here on this book says the best is a superlative. So before superlatives, we have to use article that. And finally, on number 8, there is no articles. No articles. It says usually use no article before plural nouns. Alright, plural nouns don't require the use of article. In this case, buses is plural, so no article is allowed. In this case, only use articles A and S before countable singular nouns. So this is just a review about this that you have learned on probably from basic 1. But this is just a review. So we're going to listen to this. Let's listen to this.
Unit 9, Recording 4. But they needed their car in Los Angeles, so they went by plane, and I drove their car to Los Angeles, to their hotel in the city center. I had a week to get there. I stopped in the Grand Canyon on the way. It was the best journey ever. I love driving and I love cars.
Okay, so let's listen one more time.
Unit 9, Recording 4. But they needed their car in Los Angeles, so they went by plane, and I drove their car to Los Angeles, to their hotel in the city center. I had a week to get there. I stopped in the Grand Canyon on the way. It was the best journey ever. I love driving and I love cars.
Okay. so that's the idea about the use of articles. Now, about pronunciation, we're going to listen the weak forms of these three words, the weak forms. So let's listen to this. Okay, and of course there are some sentences right here.
Unit 9, recording 5. 1,
I didn't have a car.
2,
I learnt a lot.
3,
It's the best way to travel.
4,
On the way home.
Okay, so in this case, what you need to understand is that we recognize the articles as we can see, but the right intonation about this is like inverted E, for example, inverted E. And right here also we have the inverted E and so like have a, and on the way, the way, the best, learn a lot. So that's the right intonation about this. Let's listen here.
Unit 9, recording 5. 1,
I didn't have a car.
2,
I learnt a lot.
3,
It's the best way to travel.
4,
On the way home.
Okay, so that's about the use of the right intonation. Okay, especially when you speak faster, for example, when you speak faster, this particular sound is known as the schwa. You just mentioned you should change the right intonation into that particular sound. No, I didn't have a car. I have I learned a lot. Or it's a web, something like that. When you speak faster, just particularly this pronunciation of this word must change when you speak, of course, faster. Okay, let's practice with the grammar. So right here it says complete the sentences. Okay, complete the sentences. Some of the sentences don't require an article. So read the sentences. Okay, read the sentences. For example, are they traveling by train? Remember that if you see the preposition by, no article is concerned. Are they traveling by train and you're going by, okay, by car, of course. There's no article here because we're using the preposition by. Okay, Adriel Saturday, can you read number 2? Adriel Saturday, can you read number 2?
Okay, Prophet. I like traveling by train.
No, number two.
Okay. Last year I was on holiday in the USA.
Yeah, all right. Now, right here, for example, Adrian just mentioned the article that, right? We mentioned that before countries or cities, article that is not possible, but there are some exceptions. All right, there are some exceptions. Okay, number 3, William.
Yeah, Mr. Teacher.
Okay, number 3.
There was a family in New York.
Okay, so there was a family in New York. Okay, so should be like this. Okay, Alexander Quintana, number 4.
I had a week, so I stopped in a few places.
Okay, so in a few places. Okay, let's continue with number 5. Alvaro, number 5.
I have friends there.
Alright, okay. Number 6, Andrea.
Is that the longest journey?
Okay, number 7, Angela Chavez.
It's a city in Kenya.
Is a city. Okay, a city. Number 8, let's continue with Annabelle.
In the evenings, I loved watching a sun go down.
I love watching. Can you repeat? I love watching
A sun go down.
a song. Article A. Exit. Okay, on number 1, of course, there's no article. On number 2, no article in the first part. But the USA, yes, require an article. This is an section. Okay, this is an section. Also, Czechoslovakia, that's another country that requires the use of that. There's no more. Number 3, yes, that's correct. No article. Number 4, that's correct. No article. Number 5, no article. Number 6, that's correct. Number 7 is correct. And number 8, indifferent, yes, is correct. But the last word, the sun is only once in the word. Es un solo sol. So you need the use of the article that because there is only one satellite, the sun, like the moon. There's no two, only one. So article that is necessary in this case. Okay, let's continue with right here we have this information. It says choose one of the endings about this, for example. Just continue with these questions about how did you get to whether to introduce you, what's famous, etc. This is just an activity using some of the words in this case, but we're going to skip that for a moment and we're going to check the language map. Okay, just to refresh the ideas of articles. Okay, we have here just again the same information, but just divided in these particular boxes. Okay, no articles, articles again, and the article that. Let's to review the idea about that. Okay, no articles. Before plural nouns, you understand that plural nouns don't require the use of articles. Before cities and countries, except by the USA, and in some phrases, well, in this case, you need to memorize, by car, by train, by bus, or taxi, on foot, get home, go to work, go to school, be at home, have breakfast, have dinner, have lunch. These expressions, some phrases, don't require the use of articles. What nouns are used or connected with articles? Well, nouns, singular, countable nouns. Also before jobs, a teacher, a doctor. And the article that usually are connected when you talk about only one in its existence. For example, president is only one person. So you need to require the use of the president. And in some phrases, like we mentioned, during the periods of time, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, at the weekend, in the town, in the city center, on the right, on the left. So in this case, you need to memorize. Phrases that don't require the use of articles and phrases that require the use of articles. So this is about just memory because there is no rule. It's only just to memorize this. Now, this is just the same activity that we just did a moment ago. about filling up this small text. Okay, check for a moment, students, check for a moment. And I can Nicole, so you can participate. Check for a moment. Okay, so let's start with the first part of the text and complete the text with these articles or no articles. Okay, let's start with Kalichoke. Kalichoke, can you start with number 2? What's the article?
Okay, Lucio is from Italy and he's a doctor.
All right. Jackie Sorevilla, number 3. Can you read it? Can you tell me the article?
He was born and grew up in Venice.
Venice, all right. Capucho, number 4.
But now he lives just outside a small town in the south.
All right. Okay, Inés Perez, number 5.
Every day, early in the morning, he
That's great. That's
he
great.
lives.
All right, let's continue with Gabriel Jimenez. Dominique, number 6. What's the article?
Sorry, teacher. He lives home.
Okay, article or no article?
No article.
No article, okay. Number 7, let's continue with Eli Aquino, number 7.
He lives in the town center.
In the town center, okay. Now, number 8, Consuelo Senior.
No article.
No article, okay, no article. All right, let's continue. Brandon Rosales, number 9.
No article, teacher.
No article, okay. Jasmine, number 10.
Lunch with teach in the afternoon.
Okay, in the afternoon, okay. Tanya Gonzalez, number 11.
Good morning. Actually interesting.
Oh, okay, okay. Let's continue with Carol Alejos. Number 11. Article or no article? Carol Alejos. Okay, let's continue with Bian Cortes.
Yes. And the week.
The weekend. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue with number 12. Number 12. Karichoke, number 12.
Okay. They live in the countryside about 2 hours away by car.
By car.
No art.
That's correct. No article. So that's the right information. Just following the rules, we can just identify what words are connected with articles and what words are not connected with articles. Okay, let's continue with a bit. Complete the sentences. Okay, for example, I think cars, article of the cars is a plural noun. Okay, let's continue with Adriel said number 2.
Number 2, okay. I like a scooter for my birthday.
A scooter, say a scooter. Okay. Alexander Quintana, number 3.
Exhibits apply in the work.
Alright. Number 4, let's continue with Alvarez, Carlos Alvarez.
I rode a bike to school when I was younger.
Okay. Alvaro, number 5.
I hate roads. I always sick.
No, sick. Okay.
Sick. Excuse me.
Andrea Omni, number 5. Number 6.
I lived in a small village and walked to the train station every day.
To the train station. Okay, so let's check. Okay, so it looks like everything is correct. Okay, so that's the right relevant part in this case. And finally, we have the last thing, just to check. It says read the conversation, that's a conversation, and there are just mistakes. There are 6 mistakes. Okay. 2 are correct. So you have to just mention the mistakes. Okay, let's start with, there are just different sentences that you can see on the conversation with Pedro and Mrs. T. Okay, you have to tell me just the mistake. Okay, let's start with Angela Chavez. Tell me one mistake.
I think they said no damage. Like dictionaries.
Okay, so.
I think they said dictionaries.
Okay, no article. Alright, I think they said dictionaries, no article. Alright, so that's one of the mistakes. Let's continue with Brandon Rosales, another mistake. Okay, let's continue with William. William Becker, another mistake.
No hay teacher, disculpe. No hay no mistake.
No, there are 6 mistakes. I say it's alright.
The English. I need the English.
Okay.
That.
Pedro, Mrs. T, was that?
Pedro.
Pedro.
Yes, I need the.
So I need that. That's a mistake.
Yes.
Right. Let's continue with Jackie. Jackie Sobrevilla, another mistake.
Teacher. William puede participar porque no participó.
Okay, William.
Where can I buy a dictionary?
Where can I buy a dictionary?
Yes.
A dictionary. That's another mistake. Okay. Let's continue with Jackie Sobrevilla.
The only
Okay.
problem.
The only problem. So what's the mistake?
That. Yes.
Okay, so that's a mistake. Okay, Inés Perez, can you tell me another mistake?
Das, the good idea es no artículo, es a good idea.
That's a good idea. Okay. Maria, Jimena Capucho, another mistake.
There's a bookshop.
There's a bookshop. Okay. So here we have that bookshop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there are more. Carol Alejos, another mistake. Carol Alejos, are you there? Okay, let's continue with Jasmine Samuel. Okay, let's continue with Tania Gonzalez.
Teacher, does Mr. P, does your school have library? A library.
A library, okay, a library.
A library.
A library. Okay. Okay, let's verify the mistakes. Let's check the mistakes. And right here, you can see the mistakes. Okay. Where can I buy a dictionary? Yeah, that's correct. There's a bookshop, that's correct. I think they sell dictionaries. Yeah, that's correct. No article. I need an English. Yeah, that's correct. We need the article and. Okay. Then we have this expression. Does your school have a library? Yeah, that's correct. And that's a good idea. Okay, so right here we see this word. The only problem, yes. Article is necessary in this expression. You cannot say only problem, no, you need the only problem. So, el único problema. So that's, the expression is correct in this case. The rest is like this. Okay, so we are checking the information about articles and articles. Okay, let's continue again. Let's go to the book. We are on page 90 transportation. Okay, so right here we have this section. English, you have to just choose the correct word. That is like ending, for example. How do you get to school? And well, this one will be answered by God. Or what are 3 things you like when you were a child? Was a favorite city in this particular place? When do you check your emails? And what's the name of the president of the USA? Okay, so there are some questions that we can just see about this. And the answer that will be that, well, should be just to understand, for example, what are three things you like or you don't like or you liked when you were a child? So that would be just one question number two. And that's simple, of course. What's the famous city? When do you check your emails? Okay, and finally, what's the name of the president of the USA? Okay, I'm going to start just with question number two. What are three things you like when you were a child? What are three things you like when you were a child? So you can just think about this question. Okay, that's first one. And below it says information like this. Believe it or not. It says work in groups and discuss your ideas about this section. Okay, and of course in this case you can use the grammar that we have already checked. It says in Cuba all motorless cars, vans, and others had to be cab hitchhikers. Okay, you have to just discuss about this. There's no speed limit on autobahns in Germany. So, well, you have here an example about this. This is interesting about Cuba. I think it's a good idea, and we can see the article. Yeah, some places don't have cheap transport. In my country, you can hitchhike. It's illegal. Do you hitchhike? Yes, but not very often. When I was 18, so that's when you use the past simple about the question that we just mentioned. Okay, there are some information here. Believe it or not, but I want you to do something different, students. Okay, you are gonna just do something similar. You're not gonna use this. Nobody will say stuff up there. Yeah? You're gonna just find some other information on the net. Okay, with the same idea, believe it or not. Okay, but the activity that you're gonna do is about this. Incredible or not incredible? But you are not gonna use this. You are not gonna use this information for the group. What you're gonna do is something different. You're gonna just find some other information. Van a hablar de otro tipo de información. No lo que está en el libro. Okay, some other information. Okay, believe it or not. Alright, believe it or not. So it's gonna be just like a conversation. Okay. You must just start mentioning it like this. You have to just write a statement. You have to write a statement. Okay, and then based on that statement, and base a la idea original, you are going to make a conversation. Believe it or not. But the information that you are going to just make, you're going to just mention, it has to be something different, not from the book, something different. Okay, something different. You can talk about Peru, you can talk about some of the countries, or maybe you can talk about singers, politicians, or rock singers, or soccer players, or writers, etc. But the topic is believe it or not, okay? And you have to just write a statement first, and then you have to make a composition based on that, okay? Of course, you have to use the grammar that we already mentioned. You have to include the articles a, the article that, the article them, all articles in your conversation, okay? In your conversation. Now, students, do you have any questions about this activity? There's no questions?
Teacher.
Oh, you have a question. All right.
Tenemos que primero escribir una oración o varias, así como el ejemplo de...
primero van a poner de qué se va a tratar la conversación.
Sí. ¿Y es como un texto o son solo ideas, como hablando sobre lo que vamos a decir?
Claro,
Así como esto, ¿no? Que está numerado. O lo vamos a hacer así como un texto. Primero diciendo, ¿no? De lo que vamos a hablar.
claro, primero van a mencionar de lo que van a hablar y de ahí hacen la conversación de lo que van a hablar.
Es como en forma de un texto.
Van a hacer una conversación.
Sí, pero al inicio es como...
Al inicio van a poner como, en Cuba, all government cars buying and drivers have to pick up hitchhiker. Ese es el tema. Y va a ser la conversación.
Ok, solo como una pequeña línea, introducción, ajá. Sí.
Pero no van a hablar de los temas que están acá en el libro, sino ustedes van a hablar de otros temas.
Yes. Okay, teacher, thank you.
Okay, students, don't forget to open the book. Yes. Hello. Yes. González, yes.
Teacher, como el ejemplo del 6B, algo así.
Como el 7A.
Ok. Ok, teacher, sorry.
Como el 7, estamos en el 7A.
Ok, teacher.
Recuerden que van a hablar de un tema diferente al que está el libro, totalmente diferente. Van a poner el encabezamiento, una pequeña introducción y luego hacen la conversación sobre lo que van a hablar, incluyendo el uso de los artículos. De su conversation, you must use articles or no articles. All right? Okay, students, I think the invitation get into your groups.
Hola.
Hola, chicas.
Hola.
Hola, chicos. ¿De qué vamos a hablar?
Hola, ¿qué tal? Del Perú, o sea, del tráfico del Perú, de los vehículos y todo eso. Como acá, por ejemplo, normalmente las personas en Perú se transportan a través de bus, algo así.
Puede ser, pero no necesariamente de transporte, ¿no? También puede ser cualquier cosa. Dijo profesor, podemos hablar sobre cantantes, o música, o cualquier cosa. Pero está bien, transportes.
O, no, claro, lo que ustedes vean lo más conveniente. O podemos hablar también de cantantes.
Bueno, de cantantes no sé porque no conozco mucho. Y no sé cómo le harían la conversación. Algo que como que tenga más así como para hablar, más tema de conversación.
No puede ser de transporte, pero de cada distrito, no sé. No sé de qué distritos son. Tal vez puede ser. Por ejemplo, acá en San Juan del Bencho se transportan más en el tren. No sé, donde usted vive, no sé, si en bus o en movilidad, taxi.
Puede ser eso. ¿Los demás qué piensan?
Sí, me gusta, a mí sí me gusta. ¿Cómo son entonces?
Entonces queda eso.
Sí, mejor, para ya ir avanzando luego.
Ya, ok. Tenemos que colocar así, ¿no?
Ajá. Y después ponemos algo así como que... Dijo que cuando se hablaba de un lugar se ponía el da, algo así. In the district.
Si es en plural, no se coloca.
Ah, ya. Entonces en este caso sí, porque es similar, ¿no? Secundario y gancho.
Pero, o sea, es hablar sobre varios distritos.
Sí.
O sea, ya que dijo de San Juan del Urigancho porque ella vive ahí.
Claro.
O sea, tú vives, por ejemplo, en otra parte y, o sea, es como, creo que algo así le entendería a ti. Como de repente todos nosotros vivimos en...
Welcome back to everyone. You did well on the conversation about the topic that we were just checking. And now we are going to continue with the next page, 92 and 93. Okay, in this situation, we have some different activities about practical English. Practical English. In this case, we are just going to find out about amazing excuses. Okay, well, amazing excuses is just about giving excuses for different reasons, different situations, things that perhaps happen constantly. And you have to just give some apologies to different people in different cases. And right here we have, well, this information about them. So we're going to shed excuses, or apologizing. So let's start with this, for example. Right here, we have this information. It says apologizing, pidiendo disculpas. Apologizing, and there are some reasons for being late, for example. Okay, when you arrive to your job or maybe to an important meeting, well, you have to give some excuses. And right here we have some information about it. This is the idea about this. Amazing excuses about situations like this. We ask managers around the country what reasons their workers give for being late. That's the topic right here. And well, right here we have some information like this. It says, I'm very sorry, I'm late, sorry to be late, I'm terrible sorry, I'm so sorry, or I'm afraid. These are just some introductional words to give excuses. I'm sorry, I'm very sorry, late. I thought today was Sunday, for example. So I think that, well, that's an excuse about being late to work. Sorry to be late. There was a long queue at the coffee shop. I working long queue just to compensate the situation. I'm terrible sorry, I'm late. My train hit a cow. So right here on the picture, you see a cow, right? So, well, that probably this is true. Okay, I'm really sorry, I'm late. My son took my car keys to school, so I took the bus to high school to get them. I'm so sorry, I missed the meeting. I feel awful about it. I drove to my old office by mistake. And finally, I'm afraid I didn't hear my alarm clock because I had ear plugs in. Well, this is just the idea about giving excuses. So, excuses about that. And we are going to check that about that. Excuses. Now, about this, intonation is very important. Intonation in apologies, and you have to be very careful when you just apologize to someone. So the pitch of your voice, your voice has to be high or low according to the situation. We are going to listen to this because it's not just the grammar, it's also about the intonation.
Unit 9, Recording 6. 1.
I'm very sorry I'm late.
2.
Sorry to be late.
3.
I'm terribly sorry I'm late.
4.
I'm really sorry I'm late.
5.
I'm so sorry I missed the meeting. I feel awful about it.
6.
I'm afraid I didn't hear my alarm clock.
Okay, so that's the intonation about that. And of course, the voice sound low or the voice sound is high according to the situation. So you can just use that particular intonation of your voice when you give an apology. And right here, for example, we have this, the responses. You can also use the responses. I don't believe you. It had passed on. Don't worry about it. That's okay, no problem. Don't let it happen again. So you apologize and you give responses. Apologize and you give responses. On the other person give responses according to the situation, according to the problem that you are just facing. So that's the idea about topic. So let's check page 144 for this practical English. So we are going to just start checking this. On page 144, we got this. Apologizing. Okay. And also respond. We just mentioned that you can use the word sorry, okay, which is just a particular word to give an apology. And also you can use quantifiers, okay, to just increment the idea of being a fault. So I'm very, I'm really, terrible. So these are just quantifiers to increment the magnitude of the problem. I'm very sorry, really sorry, I'm terrible sorry, I'm so sorry. And then you complemented the problem by giving extra information. Now, sorry at the beginning of the sentence, is also just the idea to sorry, like to be more practical. And then also we use the word I'm afraid. I'm afraid, and then you just mention the reason. And the reason is right here. I'm afraid I missed the bus, I didn't hear my alarm clock, I lost my keys, so you complemented the information with these particular words. And the responses, of course, no, that's okay, no problem, don't worry about it, I don't believe you, don't let it happen again. Different responses. The complement idea is about this, okay? When you apologize, say how you feel, because this is about feelings. Okay, of course, if you mention the verb feel, you have to use an adjective. I feel bad. I feel bad. Or maybe you can just increment it with the quantifiers. I feel terrible, terrible bad. I feel really, really bad. I feel very, very bad about it. Okay, so that would be just the idea of giving an apology. And when someone apologizes too much, okay, so the idea is, not really, it's fine. Not really, it's fine. I'm so sorry, like, don't worry about it. I feel terrible. Not really, it's fine. So that would be just a compliment about this. When someone apologizes too much. Not really, it's fine. And finally, this expression, don't let it happen again. Don't let it happen again. Only when you're really angry, you use this expression. Okay, so if you had a chance to just be working by an enterprise company, around the world, maybe if you deal with a boss, maybe if he's angry, you're gonna listen to this expression. Okay, don't let it happen again. So that means that the person is angry for different reasons. Okay, let's practice with this. It starts like this. It says, read the conversation and correct mistakes. There are mistakes right here. 6 mistakes. Okay, there are 6 mistakes. It says that about it. I feel bad about it. So the mistake was this. It's not possible to use verb to be with the verb. I feel is incorrect. And the word let. Yeah, these are just the mistakes. The mistakes about apologizing. Okay, so let's go back again to the book. So we're on page 92 and 93. And well, right here we have the information about that. And this particular part, excuses about situations in which you have to just get the information. For example, I lost my keys. That will be some information says things to happen. Okay. For example, yes, the trains. Oh, my car broke down. All the traffic was bad. Oh, I didn't hear the alarm clock. Those are expressions that you use by giving excuses about it. Okay, now, in this case, we have more information about it. Okay, students, well, this is going to demand more time to explore the situation and give information about that. So, we're going to stop right here. So, on Monday, we're going to continue with excuses and, of course, some writing activity and learning about, just telling about history in which you give excuses about that. So we're gonna stop right here, and on Monday we will continue. With the information. All right, students. So see you on Monday.